Have you ever noticed? Does staying at home feel safer than going out? Not just comfortable, but right. Have you ever canceled plans, stayed in, and instead of guilt, felt relief? Do you feel most like yourself when the door is closed? The world is quiet, and no one expects anything from you. And have you ever wondered, is there something wrong with me for preferring this? Or, why do I feel so deeply at peace when I'm alone at home? What if this isn't laziness? What if it's not social anxiety? What if it's not avoidance? What if loving to stay at home says something profound about your inner world? And here, the burning question I want you to hold in your mind until the very end of this video. Is my love for staying at home a limitation, or is it actually a sign of inner wisdom? By the end of this video, you'll have a clear, grounded answer, psychologically and spiritually. So we live in a world that quietly glorifies being out there, being busy, being social, being visible, being available. So when someone prefers staying in, they're often labeled as boring, antisocial, wasting their life, not living fully. But here's the truth most people don't talk about. Your preference for staying home is not random. It's shaped by your nervous system, your emotional history, and your soul's needs. And to understand it, we need to go deeper than surface-level labels. Let's start with psychology. One of the most misunderstood ideas is introversion. Introversion does not mean shy, socially awkward, incapable of connection. Introversion simply means this: your nervous system recharges inwardly, not outwardly. Extroverts gain energy from stimulation, people, movement, noise, novelty. Introverts lose energy from excess stimulation and restore it through quiet, familiarity, and internal focus. Your home offers exactly what an introverted nervous system craves: predictable environment, controlled sensory input, emotional safety, no performance. This is not weakness. This is self-regulation. Your body knows where it can breathe. Here's something powerful most people don't realize. Your home is not just a physical space. It's an emotional regulator. When you're at home, you subconsciously control lighting, noise, temperature, timing, interaction. This sends a message to your nervous system. You are safe. And when safety is present, your body can relax, process emotions, integrate experiences, heal. Many people who love staying home aren't avoiding life. They're recovering from overstimulation, especially in a world that is loud, demanding, and constantly on. Now let's go deeper. Your relationship with home often begins in childhood. Ask yourself, did home feel emotionally safe growing up? Or was it the only place you could retreat inward? For some people, home was the only consistent place of comfort. Solitude was how they self-soothed. Imagination became a refuge. For others, home is what they created later because it was missing earlier. Psychologically, this forms attachment patterns. If the external world felt unpredictable, critical, or overwhelming, your inner world became your anchor. So staying home today may not be avoidance. It may be your nervous system choosing familiarity over chaos. This doesn't mean something is wrong with you. It means you adapted intelligently. Let's shift into the healing dimension. Healing rarely happens in noise. Healing happens in stillness. At home, you finally have space to feel emotions fully, reflect without interruption, integrate past experiences, reconnect with yourself. This is why many people experience emotional releases, creative breakthroughs, spiritual awakenings, deep realizations. Not in crowds but alone. Your home becomes a container where your psyche feels safe enough to open. And when the psyche opens, healing begins. Now let's talk energetically. Every interaction costs energy. Some people have nervous systems that are highly sensitive to moods, tones, unspoken emotions, expectations. These people often feel drained in social environments, even positive ones. Home becomes an energetic boundary. It's where your energy stops leaking outward, recenters, recalibrates. Spiritually speaking, this is not isolation. It's containment. Just like monks retreat, just like sages withdraw, just like seekers go inward. Your soul knows when it needs quiet to realign. Now here's the deepest layer. Home is not just where you live. Home mirrors your inner world. The way you organize your space, the silence you enjoy, the routines you cherish. These reflect your relationship with yourself. People who love staying home often have rich inner lives, deep emotional landscapes, reflective minds. They don't need constant distraction because they are not empty inside. In existential psychology, this is called inner sufficiency. You are not running from yourself. You are comfortable being with yourself. Now let's be honest. Staying home becomes unhealthy only when it's driven by fear, not peace. It shrinks your sense of self. It avoids growth rather than supporting it. The difference is subtle but important. Ask yourself, do I feel nourished at home or trapped? Do I return to the world stronger or smaller? Does my solitude expand me or numb me? Healthy solitude strengthens identity. Unhealthy isolation erodes it. The goal is not to choose home or the world. The goal is to return to the world from a grounded inner home. When you honor your need for rest, quiet, reflection, you actually show up more authentically when you do engage. Your home becomes your base, not your prison. Now let's answer the question we started with. Is my love for staying at home a limitation or a sign of inner wisdom? Here is the truth. If staying home helps you regulate your emotions, feel safe in your body, reconnect with yourself, restore your energy, deepen your inner life, then it is not a limitation. It is inner wisdom. It is your psyche and soul saying, this is where I realign. This is where I heal. This is where I remember who I am. The world tells you to be louder. Your inner world invites you to be deeper. And depth has always been rare. If this video resonated with you, it's because you already knew this. You just needed the words. You are not antisocial. You are not behind. You are not missing life. You are living it inwardly first. And from there, everything else follows. If this video resonated with you, it means your mind is already moving toward emotional maturity and inner freedom. On this channel, we explore psychology, emotional intelligence, spiritual growth, and inner healing in a grounded, real, and practical way. If you want more videos like this, deeper insights, and tools that help you master your emotions instead of being controlled by them, make sure to subscribe. Because emotional freedom is not something you find. It's something you build from within.